guys? We're the guys of the Holder. Thank you so much for coming back and watching us today. Today, we're going to do a quick rundown of Book It, a wonderful game where we are individual wrestling promoters, right? Building up our business, showing off talent, and building our reputation up, and to see who can get the highest reputation and win. Tony, I'm going to kick it off to you. Just take me through it, teach me how to play the game really fast, and then you guys will come back later. You'll watch us how to play.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll start by kind of explaining what you see on standard wrestler cards. They're the ones that say wrestler on the back.
You don't say.
Yeah. Well, you know, these guys also say wrestler on the back, and they're slightly different.
They are.
Anyways, so when you look at the card, you can see that each one has a different color for it. Mm-hmm. This correlates to the different type of promotion styles, which we'll cover a little bit later. Mm-hmm. But blue is sports entertainment, purple is hardcore, yellow is lucha libre, and red is strong style. Now, for those of you that might have a hard time differentiating between the colors, sometimes it can be difficult to see. They actually also have symbols that are associated with each one. Sports entertainers have the mic, hardcore has barbed wire, lucha libre has the iconic mask, strong style is the fist.
The fist.
The fist. Yeah, so that kind of tells you which style that they are. That way you can, just in case colors be weird sometimes, that way you can tell. Now, if you look on the top left, you'll see a star, a boot, and a stack of cash. So star relates directly to their star power. Pretty self-explanatory. This is kind of like the charisma, the draw that they have in, how much people are willing to come and see them. The higher their star, the more popular, right? So like this guy has a star 5, pretty popular.
It's pretty over.
Yeah. Star 1, nah.
Buried.
Yeah, buried for sure. The boot underneath it is their work ethic, how much of a worker they are. This is how well of an in-ring performance that they do, and how well they kind of put on a show, right? So higher the boot, the better worker they are. So again, 4 boot, pretty high worker. 1 boot, not a strong worker, right? Obviously, look at this guy. He's a tool, right? And then underneath that is the cash money. So this is how much money it costs for their contract. So when we're during the signing phase of it, which we'll cover in a little bit here, that is how much you have to pay to put them into your roster. And these are one-show contracts. So they are one and done, right? So now that we've kind of covered what's on the cards themselves, we'll kind of go through how you would actually play the game and all the standard stuff. This is just easier to explain out in front first, because otherwise it can get kind of confusing, and it's just way better to know this stuff beforehand before we start going through how you actually play. So at the start of every game, each person is going to get the 5 promotion styles. So each of us have these already. What you're going to do is you're going to pick one in secret. And as you can see on each of the bottom of the cards, they have different attributes that kind of correlate to their individual style, promotion style. So you have hybrid style, draw 4 cards when you book a match with 2 non-local wrestlers of different styles. So that means if you booked a match like this, and we'll get to booking the match later, since they're 2 different styles, you'll get to draw 4 cards. That's pretty good. Hardcore wrestlers in your promotion get +1. So that means all the purple guys with barbed wire, they'll get +1 boot. They'll be better workers. They put on a better show. You're not hardcore unless you go hardcore. Strong style wrestlers in your promotion cost $1 less. So that means this guy, he would cost $0 if you're doing strong style. That's free real estate.
That's free real estate.
You get to do that all day, right? Sports entertainers, this is kind of more traditional WWE stuff that you'd be looking at. They're hot on the mic, they're cutting promos all the time. So every single one of your sports entertainers in your promotion gets +1 star. So that means this guy becomes a 6. That's pretty good. And then Lucha Libre wrestlers cost $1 more for all non-Lucha Libre promotions. So, that's there.
Yeah, that exists.
So at the beginning of the game, each person is going to get dealt 5 of these, and you'll pick in secret which one you want, which we'll do at the start of our actual play next time. So for example, let's just say we pick sports entertainment. These other guys go away, and this is your promotion style for the entire game. So that's permanent. You'll always have this bonus with you, and all that good stuff. So now we'll move on to, that's pretty much the beginning. So now we'll move on to what the actual turn order is, and all this is kind of kept on this nice little chart here, and very easy, quick reference guide here, so that you always have what you need here. So this is your reputation track. This is how you keep track of who's winning, who's losing. You start at 0. As you do matches, you get more promotions. You can also lose reputation through cheating or not having enough matches. But what we're going to do is we're just going to follow the turn order along the side here. So at the start, you get to do a venue phase. So the first player, which is determined either by random or whoever can cut the best promo. In this particular case, Mike has cut the best promo. Yeah, he did great. I mean, he was also the only one that did it. So, so Mike's going to go through and he's going to look at all of these different venues. Now, each venue is going to do different things, and this is going to affect essentially this entire turn. So at the end of the turn, you leave the venue, and then you have to go and you'll pick another one. Now, all these venues cost money to go to set up your show there. Some venues are expensive, some are relatively cheap. And each ones are going to do different things that could be very beneficial for you or help protect you or, just do whatever you kind of need. So Mike would buy the first venue since he's the first player. Then he'll pass to me, I'll buy a venue, and then it'll go to Larry. And then anything that don't get used just kind of get set to the side. And then afterwards, you'll put all the venues back and start all over. After that, you go to the signing phase. So for the signing phase, we'll keep these 4 guys here. 10 wrestlers get set out. And it goes in turn order, people buying the wrestlers that they want. So let's say Mike decides that he wants to get
Max Ambrosia.
Yep. So he'll pay $4, or if there's any other reason for that to be different, whatever. He'll pay the $4, and then he puts that card directly into the discard pile for his deck, or on top of his deck, either one. And as soon as someone gets bought off the market, someone's there to replace them. There's always new talent out there, always someone out there looking to get a shot, right? Trying to reach
hungry.
They're reaching for the glass ceiling, trying to go for the brass ring. So once you go through, everyone can either buy a wrestler or they can get a special announcement. These are things that are good for you. That could be things like, hey, you get more money or a hot crowd or more ticket sales, or you get to buy 2 wrestlers instead of 1 when you're doing it. Those always cost $3. Or you can do dirt cheat, which is being a dirty, filthy liar, cheater. And only bad people do that, right?
Only bad people do that.
Only the worst type of people in the world.
Only the worst human I could have ever known will do that.
These are things that can be bad for other people or bad for yourself.
Or for yourself.
Yes. If you get caught cheating, you can lose reputation points, or you can injure wrestlers so that other people don't have them, or they can miss fights, or their venue burns down, or they lose their promotion style, or everything.
Yeah.
Right? You just don't get all the cool stuff.
Did you cover that it could be bad for you too?
It could be bad for you. Yeah,
yes.
You can go to court. You can lose your own reputation. Mm-hmm. Also, everyone knows you as a dirty cheater.
Right.
Nobody wants to be a dirty cheater.
Nobody wants to be a dirty cheater.
Yeah. Except Larry. Larry might want to.
Larry might want to be a dirty cheater.
So during a signing phase, you can do any of these things in whichever order that you want.
You can also push a jobber.
You can also push a jobber. So everyone starts off with 6 jobbers. These are your local wrestlers that...
We call them enhancement talents.
He just learned this yesterday.
I did, and am I wrong? It's
great. He's doing great. Yeah, they are the enhancement talent. So
these are guys that live in the city, and we roll up with our promotion like, hey, you want a job for $50 for the night?
Boom.
These men,
they're there. Yep. Now they start off and they're not great. They don't draw a crowd. Nobody even knows who they are. They're brand new. They only have 1 work boot, right? So they're not workings. But you can push these jobbers, and essentially what that means is kind of like you take them in and you kind of help develop them some more. They go through your kind of your talent creation process, and they become journeymen. So what you do is you get rid of your jobber, no longer there, and becomes a journeyman. Boom. And as you can see, it increases all their stats, makes them a little bit better, and for only $3, that's not too bad.
Right.
That can really come in handy.
It's a good sell.
It's a good sell. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So during a signing phase, you can sign a wrestler, you can do a special announcement, you can do a dirt sheet, or you can push a jobber. Now, all these are listed right here on the signing phase actions. You can also pass, and when you pass, you're done.
You're done. You're out.
No more signing phase for you.
You're ready for your show.
Now, the signing phase still continues until everyone passes, and then that is the end of the signing phase. Important to note for things like special announcements and things like that, when they say end of signing phase, it's after everyone has passed or everyone's done the thing for it. After that, you go to the booking phase. So let's say we bought some wrestlers here. We'll just do that. You shuffle up your deck there. All these guys go away. They're no longer part of your dig. I'm just going to set my hand here so that I can do an example. And then you would draw 6 cards without looking at your deck. You would actually shuffle up and draw 6 cards naturally.
Mm-hmm.
But for example purposes, I need to show this off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So during your booking phase, what you have to do is you have to make 5 matches.
Mm-hmm.
And how you make 5 matches is you pair up some wrestlers. So that's 1 match.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever you set up a match like this, if they match colors and they're part of the same promotion style, you'll draw 2 cards from your deck into your hand. Now, let's say if I set up this match here, they also match colors.
Mm-hmm.
So I would get to draw 2 cards. But, more importantly, since that matches my promotion style, I would get to draw 2 more cards. Deck's empty, but I would get to draw 2 cards. So when you play 2 people of the same promotion, you get to draw 2 cards. And if they so happen to match your promotion style, you get to draw 2 more cards for a total of 4.
Mm-hmm.
And this happens every single time. The only time that this gets a little bit different is when you play mixed style. Hybrid style, thank you. When you do the hybrid style, you're always drawing 4 cards if they're different.
Right.
So if that was your match instead, way better. Let's do this one instead. You would get to draw 4 cards for every time you did that.
Mm-hmm.
So hybrid style, pretty good. Makes it way easier. You're not trying to count all these different things and all that stuff. So once you go through and you set up all your matches, boom, we got 5 matches. Hey, yeah, points.
Hey, that's a great show right there.
Yeah,
Look at all them jobbers.
Look at all this work that's going out there, though.
Yeah, exactly. So once you get done with the booking phase, you move on to the ticket sale phase. So ticket sale phase, what you're going to do is you're going to add up the stars across your character, right? So we have 3 and 4. So what you do is you add that to 7. You get $7 for this match.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to make $7. I'll just put $7 here. Now, it doesn't say you have to do this in the rules, but this is how I like to do it to keep track of what's going on so
Yes.
I don't get confused.
It's much easier.
It just makes the math way, way better. So for these guys, 5 and 0, it's only $5. Nothing crazy. Whoa. 0, 0.
Mm-hmm.
0, 0, 0, 0. No money from these jobbers. That's why you want to pump them to journeymen.
Yep.
Or not use them at all.
Yeah, throw them out the door.
You don't want anything to do with it. So that is the ticket sale phase. Now, there's one other thing I want to talk about, and that is if the stars match, right? So let's say you set up a match, and you have something kind of like this. Now, what I forgot is my sports entertainment adds +1 star to all my sports entertainers. So what that actually means is this is 4 stars. So we have 4 and 4 now,
Mm-hmm.
which means they are marketable, which is right here. This is called a synergy bonus. Important to know. Synergy bonus. So marketable, +2 when totaling up ticket sales. So that means instead of actually being 7,
Mm-hmm.
this becomes 8 because there are 4 4s, and then the additional +2 makes it 10. So that's $10.
Mm-hmm.
Way better. So if you ever get confused about synergy bonuses, they have it all listed here on the board and makes it super easy. If you ever forget about the card thing for when you're playing making matches, it talks about it here because that's also a synergy bonus, right? Draw 2 cards when a match is booked for the same promotion style, or same as your promotion style. So all this stuff is all listed on the board here. Makes it super easy to kind of remember what's happening and stay familiar with it. One additional thing that I forgot to talk about, during the ticket sale phase, you will actually get paid money equal to your reputation bonus ×2.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say at the first turn, everyone starts at 0, you get no money. Let's say you get a whopping 30 reputation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're getting towards the end of the game. 30 reputation. That means you get $60.
It's a lot of money.
One thing that's also important is that money is the tiebreaker, right?
In case of a tie, yes. Doesn't typically happen, but it can. We'll see how it goes. So after you go through and get all your money together, you go on to the show quality phase. This is where you're matching up boots, right? So what you do is you add the boots and then divide by 2. So in this case, you take 5 plus 2, that's 7. Divided by 2 is 3.5, and you round down.
Always
So
round
it's
down.
3. Boom. In this case, we have 4 and 4. Whoa, these boots match.
These boots match.
That's good news. So what you do is you add them together. So 4 and 4 becomes 8. Divide by 2, that becomes 4. And since they are compatible, right, they have similar wrestling skill and attributes, you get an additional +1 when totaling that. So it's 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty decent.
That's a great match.
Yeah, it's not bad. All these jobbers, they do 1. right? So local wrestlers do not get to participate in synergy bonuses.
Unless you draw a specific card that says otherwise.
Unless there's other actions that happen that change that.
Yes.
So all these jobbers don't get synergy bonuses or anything like that. They don't get marketable bonuses either. Or the familiar, right? Like, since I played 2 of those together, I'm not getting to draw 2 cards from that. That's not how it rolls. And if there's any time where you're playing if you're playing local wrestlers with non-local wrestlers, like let's say this was the matchup, even though they both have 0 stars, they still are
no synergy bonus.
Yep, no synergy bonus. So local jobbers and journeymen can never be part of synergies unless one specific card that says otherwise.
One specific card that says otherwise.
So after you go through and do all your show quality stuff, what you're going to do is you're going to add up these numbers. So we have 3, 5, that makes 8, 10, 11. And you're going to look on your show quality thing, and that's going to tell you how much your reputation goes up by. So 11, I get 1 reputation point. Yay! Everyone starts at 0. If for any reason that you don't make 5 matches, you lose 1 reputation for every match less than 5. So let's say I only made 2 matches, I would lose 3 points. Bad time.
Bad time.
After you go through the show quality phase, you go through the cleanup phase, which is all of these guys that were part of their one-turn contracts. They go to the discard pile. They're washed up until the next time they come back around. And then your jobbers go back into your main deck. If at any time you have less than $15 at the end of a turn, you can take out a loan. You can lose 1 reputation point to get $10. After that, increases by 1, start all over. First player moves to the left, and they start doing the venue buying and all that stuff. I think for the most part, that's it.
That's a game.
You go around 6 turns.
Go around 6 turns. The person with the highest reputation is the best wrestling promoter.
All right, guys.
I think that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
Anything I'm forgetting?
No, that's it.
Perfect. All right, guys, come back next time. Watch us play Book It and see which one of us cares the most about wrestling.
That's not what that means.
Is that what that means?
That's not what that means.
Is that what that means? Find out next time. This time on Guys of the Beholder. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to buy the game, look down below. If you want to support us on Patreon, look down below. Okay, thanks, bye, good night! I forgot to mention the new site.
You're good, guy.
That's okay.
We'll do it next time.